Empire Erry Day. So here's my Empire army as it stands. I'll give you a quick fly around and then I'll tell you what I'm going to be working on next. Here is 70 state troops. They're all armed with halberds, and I've got my ogre unit fillers in there, all at varying stages. We'll get back to them. I've got a unit of archers, my greatswords with my ogre unit fillers. In the back here I've got 7 different wizards, a few of them converted, each one a different lore. Some painted, some not painted. It's the same old story. My cannon, which is the Luminarch top, which I've converted into a cannon. My Celestial Hurricanum, and my Demigriffs, which I've used the Mornfang Cavalry models as. I've also got a steam tank in the case, which is built but unpainted, and my character. So this is what I need to get painted in the next couple of months. As you can see, everything's already got some paint on it, which is pretty much the way I paint. I'll crack open a box as soon as I get them built, get them undercoated, and I'll usually slap on a base coat. Like a lot of these guys here, they've got some sort of base coat on them. Then I feel a bit less stressed when there's a lot less black. But as you can see, like, this is the standard that I'm going for. Even this one's not even finished because the base isn't done. That's the standard I'm going for. So a few layers of highlighting on every section. So that's what needs to be done on everything. So although it looks like everything here is painted, I've actually got a lot of work to do. So that brings me to my first challenge to myself. I want to get my troops done. My core units are my state troops here, 80. So that's one core block of 40 with the command. So there's 10 more to add into that unit, and then 2 separate detachments of 20 that detach from that unit of 40 there. So that's 80 all up. So that means I've got 10 more right here that I just bought today. Need to build them and base them. Hopefully I'll get that done tonight. Get them undercoated tomorrow, and then I'm going to bring them all up to the same stage of just base coats done. So that's my first step, guys. Alright, we're back with Empire Erry Day, and I've got all of my 80 state troops built. The back rank there, the last ones I've done, built them, undercoated them and painted the bases. So now I'm ready to hit up some base coats. So the first thing I do when I'm painting my models is I block out the main areas of colour, which if I grab one of my closer to finish ones, is the blue and the red paneling on the uniform. So before I do anything else, I get the dark red and the dark blue, which I use, let's see, corn red and Cantor blue, and block out those quarter sections of the uniform. Alright, so I've done the red base coat on all the guys' uniforms. I thought I'd check on the camera just to point out that when I do these base coats, I'm really not careful keeping inside the areas that are going to be red. I get some bits on outside of the red areas, but the way I thin my paint, it's not going to ruin any other detail, so I don't really care if I get it on any other sections, because when I paint back over it in the next colour later on, you can't see it at all. If I was much more careful and I would take too long, and then I might get bored and I might miss areas. Whereas if I just sort of rush it, then just make sure I get it in all those areas and don't care too much about any splash over, then I get them done much quicker. And I've base coated all 20 of these guys that one colour in about 15 minutes. I get it done really quick with this method. So next is going to be the blue, and voila, now we have the blue base coated. Now from this point, most people would probably wash and layer up the colours that they've started, finish one area first before they start the base coat on other areas, but the way I've been painting these guys, I like to get some of the browns and the skin tones on some of the other areas, and the metal areas as well. So now that I've done this bunch of 30, all of them have got the red and the blue base coat on them minimum. So now I've reached the minimum point. The next thing I'm going to do is, yeah, I'll probably start going through the medals because they're a bit messier. So it means I've got to bring some of these guys in from the rest of the unit that have just had these 2 base coats done. Check out my banner. Pretty happy with that freehand. Anyway, so these guys here, I'm going to join them to the group, and I'm going to do all the medal areas. But I think this is where I'm going to leave it today. I'll show you my progress in the next video. Empire Erry Day. So now I'm ready to hit up some base coats. Oh my god. Men at Arms. Hang on, they're not called Men at Arms. This isn't Bretonia. Rhubarb. 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 Oh, there you go.